What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective, and UC. Military, and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. That's not an unfair assessment. But what we're doing now, I'm really trying to set some things right here. So your help means a lot more than I figured you might realize. I just thought you ought to know. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories: UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Agreed. We collect as much data as we can, then, when cooler heads prevail, we make an informed decision.
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the Captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy-affecting decision on such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
The EM rifle, grab it!
That's it.
Now!
Now hit him with everything you've got.
Stop! We're trying to help you!
I can't stop!
Give your best shot. Come on! You're done. Wrong day to piss me off! I don't even need a gun. Bring it on. Let's go! Lights out on that.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Stash the EM and pull some
An
firepower.
evacuation
Let's
order
move!
has been issued for the spaceport district.
not real!
All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up! Don't just stand there! Good!
Kill them. Kill them first.
Run! Run now! Go!
You handled yourself well back there.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Stop! Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly! I can handle this!
They're going to betray you. Every last one.
Which one is going to kill you?
I'm coming for you.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
You've got the Cabinet's full backing to prevent more attacks. Understand?
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Hej og velkommen til endnu mere Starfield. Det var lidt af en surprising, det her. Men er vi jo i gang med part 4 nu? Og ja. Sikke et attack, det må man da nok sige. Hold da om. Jeg har ikke mere liv, og vi skal nok også til at tænke os om, at have opgraderet vores gear, og vi skal have gjort det ene og det andet der efterhånden.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. De der terramorph der, de er rimelig tough. Og det der var kun en lille attack.
Consider it done.
Så spørgsmålet er, hvor mange der er flere af dem endnu.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste.
You know what the archives are, correct? Huh. All right, we'll start at the beginning. When the Colony War ended, the UC and Freestar Collective came to the agreement some weapons needed to be off limits. Mechs, xeno-warfare. So they gathered up all the relevant research materials and sealed that information away, Terramorph data included, in the archives here in the city. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories: UC, Freestar Collective, and House Va'Run.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people, the ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Va'Run, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. No. Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Va'Run? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
Ej, jeg tror, jeg skal lige læse et eller andet. Read the secret post-slate. Hvor har vi notes her? Loyal to your crew. I get it, but screw that. Big Burrow still killed to get to Denbola. There is a secret outpost we're trying to crack. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You will regret it for the rest of your life if you don't get your ass over here. Okay, det er det samme igen. I love you, said there. Det har jeg noget at sige. Hard times. No one. The one thing's needful. There we go. Go to the secret outpost and then know even. Okay. Jeg er ikke sikker på. Altså, jeg ved ikke, om vi kan fortsætte med den her mission her, som vi var godt i gang med. Ja, okay, Atlantis er ikke under lockdown mere. Super. Fordi det var lidt som om, at missionen den ikke gad opdatere sig på en mærkelig måde. Men vi laver bare lige noget andet først. Det er også meget godt, at man laver lidt nogle andre ting også. Så husker jeg sagde noget om, at vi skal sælge nogle ting for at se, om vi kan få et større skib. Og det vil jeg lige undersøge, om det er muligt med de ting, vi har collected. Så vi skal have alle dem her. Og spacesuit skal vi også have solgt. Så har vi en masse tøj. Ellers så skal vi egentlig bare... Vi har 3 af dem skal vi også have solgt. 100%. Jamen, jeg tror faktisk, vi har kigget på det hele, så vi skal egentlig bare over at have solgt tingene.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Sarah Morgan! You know, I was just mentioning you to someone.
Jamen, så må pigerne bare lige snakke sammen lidt. Jeg smutter lige Sarah herover. Nå, lad os få solgt noget.
Oh, please, take a look.
Ja, tak. Venter bare, så. Vi har 8 af dem der. Og ja, dem her har vi også favorite. Den skader næsten ikke noget. Der er heller ikke nogen rounds til den. Vi kan lige gemme den der lidt. Hvorfor vil jeg få? Når Winteren har ikke flere credits. What the hell?
Appreciate the business.
Good to see you again. Can I get you some? Well, that's what
Og hun har det lidt mere, men det er også godt ved, at vi bare er nødt til at sælge for en lavere værdi, end hvad det egentlig er. Hvad med nede i Hvad med nede med slumpkvarteret?
Oh, please, take a look.
Hun har slet ikke nogen penge. Lad os tage ned til The World. Der må der være nogen, der har nogle penge.
You you ask me, the real new Atlantis is down here. Take your time. I got all day.
Han har lidt. Så har han altså heller ikke nogen penge.
Watch your back out there.
Nå, okay. Konklusionen er nu, at vi fik ikke tjent nok ind. Så jeg tror, at vi skal stjæle et skib. Maybe, ja. Jeg tror, nej, det vil nok være en dårlig idé. Kom, Sarah, vi skal afsted.
Thrusters firing. Orbital pattern locked down.
Okay, det er noget nyt noget, det her. Unexplored route. Og hvad betyder det? Vi kan ikke komme derud, eller hvad? Do not explore any system along the road. Try jumping to a closer system. Okay. Det er også sådan noget, vi er over i. Oh, shit. Abandoned fuel depot. I like it.
We're go for touchdown.
Funny how people complain about wearing their suits on field expeditions. To me, it's like a second skin.
Nå, der er andre her også.
I wonder if any viable helium-3 is still in these tanks. Be a shame to leave it here to deteriorate. Time to earn a living.
Oh shit.
Not gonna last much longer. Down. I'm going for help. Come on.
Ah. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hvorfor i helvede healer jeg ikke bare? Der står der healing process. Restore 20 health. Det gør det bare ikke, altså. Det var satme ikke meget. What the fuck? Okay, er hun død eller hvad? Åbenbart. Er det ligesom at spille på hard mode, det her? Bare være sikker på, at der er clear out af pirate her. Løb.
Give it your best shot.
Og hun er snart færdig. Hvor nice.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
Det er godt, Sarah. Bare giv den gas, du. Der er en krabs. Måske skulle jeg tage den der, hvor der jeg kan bære noget mere. Ja, der er 2 ens. Har vi ikke det? Nej, det har vi ikke. Og først den der. Og det er lidt som om den blev lidt anderledes.
Easy money.
Altså fik jeg lige en digipix mere. Ej, come on. Så kan man bare ikke åbne den der boks der. What the fuck? Er det... What the hell? Er det 20 meter? Undskyld, Sarah. Okay, I see, hvorfor at de vogter det område der. I see. Der er bare server, der bare sådan plukker dem alle sammen. Okay, de er faktisk ikke så slemme. Okay, jeg tror ikke, der er mere her, for at være helt ærlig. Og vi kom... Okay, vi har slet ikke været ved research-afposten. Vi var der ved et eller andet sted. Nå. Okay, men... det var jo sådan set bare... der er midt her jo. Nej, der er det sgu ikke. Dem har jeg sgu taget, dog. Så at sige, i hvert fald, så kom vi der lidt ud og explore lidt, og der skete jo lidt på Atlantis. Men i næste stream, i part 5, der tager vi hen til den der abandoned outpost på den her planet her et eller andet sted, så vi bliver her lidt i systemet.
Everything looks good at my station, Captain.
Thank you, sir. Og ja, jeg tænker bare, at vi tager op i orbit, og så er vi derom indtil den næste episode. Så I må have en rigtig god dag, eller god aften, eller hvad tid nu er på dagen det er. Så ses vi jo bare i næste video. Og jeg håber, at det har været interessant og spændende nok. Og husk også selvfølgelig at lige smide et sådan lille like. Så ja, I må have det rigtig godt. Vi ses snart igen.